What if I told you nothing around you is real? Remember the Matrix?
The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
The idea that our reality is just a simulation? Well, this isn't just sci-fi. It's ancient philosophy. Over 3,000 years ago, Hindu sages spoke of Maya, the great illusion. They believed the world we see, touch, and feel is like a dream, a projection of our own mind. According to Maya, everything, your body, possessions, even your identity, is an illusion crafted by Mahamaya, the cosmic energy, to keep you tied to this reality. The Matrix tells us to wake up, just like ancient Indian texts urge us to break free from Maya through self-realization and see the ultimate truth.
Everything in life can be enjoyed, just you need a little more awareness, more consciousness of what is happening. You are not your mind, you are not your body. There is a witness somewhere inside you who can go on looking at the mind, at the emotions, at the physiological reactions. That witness is you. And that witness is capable of enjoying everything once you get centered there.
Welcome back to another deep dive within the mind with your Valentines. Today, we're going to discuss the topic of The Matrix. You know, this was an interesting thing back in my youth. I was like thinking that this type of concept is like make-believe. It's like, oh, what if? It's like one of those things that you wonder about, but you don't really think of it as real. But there were instances in my life that brought me to the realization that no, this might be a true thing. I've shared my out-of-body experience on this channel before, so you could go check that out if you like to. But I had other experiences where it felt like there was a glitch in the Matrix happening, or you know, there was something where the veil was being lifted at that point in time. For example, there was a time when I was playing a game with my cousin, and it was a one player, I think it was For Honor. Yeah, we were playing For Honor and he was on the sticks, and he was playing up against an opponent, and the way how like the fight was going, he was about to win, but he made a mistake that caused him to lose. And in my head, I told him like what he could have done. Like I was like, I thought it, like I was like, oh bro, you should have done this. And I was gonna say it, but I was like, it's whatever. It's no big deal. And he responded to my thoughts. Like I was sitting in silence and this guy just started talking out of nowhere. Like we was having a conversation the whole time. And I was tripping out like, wait, hold on. Can you hear my thoughts? What? Wait, pause real quick. Like things are moving too fast. Did you hear me? And then he was like, yeah, I thought I did. It must have been something. And I was like, no, bro. Hold on. What did you hear? And he's like, I thought you said to do this move and do that. I was like, bro, I thought that. To him, it was just a coincidence. It was like, funny, whatever. Let's get back to the game. To me, I was freaking out. I was just thinking a mile a minute, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Are my thoughts not safe? I thought I was alone in here. They can hear me? That was back in my agnostic era where I didn't believe or not believe in anything. I just didn't, investigate as much. I was just enjoying life. I didn't really care too much about thinking too deep on what life is all about. I was just enjoying the corners of life that I could, But that launched an investigation. It was like, wait, there's more to this. There's more stuff to this. And then it led to more, phenomenons that happen, or more things that I started picking up on. When I started picking up on more things, the more aware I became, the more conscious I became of my reality and of myself. That, and I became more aware of the intentions of people and the intentions that I also have within myself that can lead to self-destruction.
There are two different points in the body through which one can project one's life energies outward when you're sleeping. If you manage to push this approximately, let's say not 21 inches, you pushed it 9 inches. What happens to you is, you will have relief from constant unnecessary mental activity.
I think Sadhguru was talking about an out-of-body experience where you access the different body types, right? There's 3 body types that we have that localizes our consciousness within this matrix. There's the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body. The gross body is the physical, this tangible flesh meat bag of bones, this stuff, right, that you could flail around. That's the gross body. Then you have the subtle body, your thoughts, your mental, your conscious mind. And then you have your causal body, which is your subconscious mind. The gross body is manifested by the causal body, right? What is held within your subconscious mind is what is manifested within the material world. If you manage to expand your awareness past the gross body, the physical body here, and the subtle body, the thoughts, then you'll be able to access the causal body, your subconscious mind. Having more awareness of your psyche gives you more control and direction in your life, because you don't want to have subconscious programs running in the background your whole life, and it's causing you to make all the wrong decisions, all the wrong choices, because you're trapped in a mental loop and you don't know it.
If you manage to push this, let's say 12 inches, very easily you access the minds and intentions of all the people who are connected with you, particularly if they're blood related. You can very easily know their intents and their minds effortlessly without trying to read their minds, simply like that.
With more awareness, you get a stronger intuition on things, because it's like a lot of times I would see people with low awareness to things, they would sign up for a lot of stupid things. Like, it's like the saying goes, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. See, I have a brother who isn't really good with his bills. He doesn't keep up with his, payments and stuff. And, he's in a down bad mode. My mom called me over to help him out because he wants an insurance. He can't find insurance. They want to put him onto my insurance. And I'm like, wait, hold on. This guy with his track record, I know I got love for my brother, but at the same time, this is my financial responsibility. I'm putting my name on a piece of paper, bro. I got to think about the consequences. They got offended, bro. They got offended. Of course, egos. They get offended whenever you speak facts. I'm not trying to lose my insurance because this guy stopped paying his portion, and I'm not trying to have a falling out with my brother over some financial dispute. So I just don't want to involve myself. And in that moment, they try to paint me out as a bad guy, like, oh, look at you, you made it somewhere, and now you can't turn around and help your brother and da. And I'm just there like, listen, facts is facts. Listen, man, this guy's gonna tear me down with him because I know him. I know his patterns. I just know him, And lo and behold, come to find out, he found somebody to put him onto their insurance so that he could get his car off the lot. And 5 months after, he couldn't make a payment, and they came to repo his car. All types of drama that I didn't involve myself into because I had foresight.
If you push this out 15 inches, you will know of significant events anywhere, major shifts that happen in this planet or in this planetary system, you will know.
This is where I think that Carl Jung touched on the same topic with his studies on the collective unconscious. He describes the collective unconscious as a shared inherited reservoir of psychic experiences. Carl Jung says consciousness is like an island in the ocean of the unconscious. And the unconscious is the primordial condition of humankind. It is what pushes our actions and drives us like puppets. I heard this creepypasta one time. There was a creepypasta about this kid who woke up and he saw strings all around his bed. He saw strings and he couldn't wonder why. Like, what are these strings doing around me? And he started walking around and he saw his family hooked up on strings. Everybody was on strings. He went outside. The mailman was on strings. The dog was on strings. Everybody had strings attached to them. And he was able to see it, but no one else was able to see the strings that they were attached to. He was able to see what and who was pulling the strings. It was gnome-like creatures, little gnomes, little goblins that was pulling the strings. And they saw that he was off of his strings, and they alerted all the other gnomes. They were like, we got one that's loose. And all the gnomes that were controlling people, they started chasing him. and they all ganged up on him. They tackled him, started tying the strings around his hand. No, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. And they're like, they did some Men in Black stuff. They're like, just forget what you saw, kid. And he woke up the next day wondering if that was real or if that was just all in his head.
We need a quorum to pick a new pope in case the Exxon Monsanto thing falls through in Africa.
Why not use chemtrails? Put a canopy on Uganda. They're set to agitate any What?
That kid is watching us.
So, we're squirrels. He's a kid.
He's watching us like he hears what we're saying. Hey, kid, young man, come here, little boy.
Fun little creepypasta, you know. Like if you like, disliked if you dislike, and I'll catch you on the next one.